What is the purpose of this journey by the One campaign to Rwanda, and maybe why Rwanda?
I think it's to really to see, to listen, to experience what's really going on here so that we can go back to America and tell our colleagues, tell the people of our country, both the pain that occurred here and the way that the people of Rwanda are dealing with it, but also the opportunity and the real need for American help here.
Your words really are a message of out of pain comes hope. When you say that, and we think about what the American people can actually do, how can America continue to facilitate that movement from pain to joy?
Well, first of all, it's the forgiveness. Two, so many initiatives to rebuild the economy of this country and to rebuild our humanity through project of the healing and reconciliation. So I would encourage you to continue to do that. Keep us challenged, love God and love one another, and doing that is loving our country.
Bishop, thank you for your words of inspiration and your words of hope.
Bless you. Thank you for coming. Come again.
Thank you. To make real progress takes vision. We're now on our way to St. John the Baptist Cathedral to see one of the great visionaries, Bishop John.
We are delighted and honored to be with you here today. I'm a part of a very special delegation from the United States, representing the One campaign. The One campaign seeks to bring people together from all political parties and all points of view to focus on alleviating poverty, suffering, and HIV/AIDS, and to bring awareness of these issues to the people across the world.
I think it speaks to people of faith because it reminds us that we really are one. We are one human race, one human family, and whether our skin is white or black or yellow or red, it doesn't matter. Our blood's still the same. And there's a real sense of reminding us that the children in a village here in Rwanda are just as precious, important, and worth saving, worth feeding, worth protecting from disease, whether it's malaria or yellow fever, as is our own children back home.
We are about to go in Masaka Community Health Center. We're about 30 minutes outside of Kigali. It is a center that exemplifies the real partnership between the United States, between the President's Emergency Plan or the PEPFAR program, the community here in Kigali.
Please, Senator. Thank you.
We have just gone through the maternity ward, and just about all the women who come to this wonderful clinic have prenatal counseling. They try to get 2 visits in. Part of that is voluntary counseling and testing, VCT, that's for HIV and AIDS. And by the time a child is born here, over 95% of the women have been tested. If they're tested positive for HIV, they're giving a very inexpensive drug called nivarapine. It costs about $1 totally. It is very, very effective to prevent the passage of that virus onto the baby. This superb clinic does a great job in terms of counseling, in terms of treatment if necessary, and in terms of giving that follow-up care so necessary if somebody is HIV positive. You know, we're at a hospital which demonstrates the very best of medical care in Rwanda. And you have to ask what makes it possible. It's the hard work of Rwandans, it's the vision of Rwandans, And it is, excuse me just a second, because I have somebody pulling at me right here. I'm back. There he is. It's the spirit of the people. But it's really partnerships. It's people coming together. It is the government working with the private sector. It is generous people from around the world who give about 50% of the funding to this hospital through the Global Fund. The Global Fund, which is a consortium of many, many countries to treat HIV, AIDS, malaria, and tuberculosis. It's truly remarkable. It takes a remarkable group of people, but with that, we see the great healthy people, the future of Rwanda today. We have just been viewing a remarkable demonstration of the use of technology here in Rwanda. I was here 15 months ago, and I think it was just getting started, but right now they have 55 health centers, just like Masaka, where I am now, sharing information through technology, through the cell phones, filing reports to compare one center versus the other, where the needs are, where the resources should be. This is truly amazing technology we're seeing being used right here in one of the poorest countries in the world for the benefit of people, Rwandans, but people all throughout the region. The One campaign, the purpose of this visit is to listen very carefully to the people of Rwanda, because Rwanda has been, as Senator Daschle said, a tremendous success story with a reduction in childhood mortality by a third, a reduction in maternal deaths by about a third. Why has it worked so well here? What can we do to continue to support that? And we're going to share that message with the people back in the United States who have supported most of this program and people of the world so that we can further reduce poverty and fight preventable disease.
I really want to showcase this success story so that we can energize the American people and people in high levels in government to understand this is not only an important partnership, but really an investment in even greater economic development and real opportunities, not only for people in Rwanda, but people in countries all through Africa.
We're at a coffee washing station just outside Kigali, Rwanda. A washing station that employs about 200 people, a washing station for the coffee bean. A lot of people don't know that coffee accounts for about 50% of the GDP in this country. Why is it important? It is because of economic development. In a country that is mainly plagued by poverty, what you see behind me, the employment of over 200 women who double their income by working at this specialty coffee washing station, will now have that opportunity to put their kids in school, to put a roof over their head, to empower their family, to earn an income in the future that indeed can capture and translate their hopes and dreams into a reality. That's what economic development is all about, and that's what it's going to take to pull people out of poverty. I think what amazes me is how a country like this can pull together after the tragedy of genocide, put it all together just 14 years later, and all of a sudden you hear the sort of stories of hope and opportunity and growth and industry. It's an amazing story. What do you want, or what should our message be? Then you and I got to go back as co-chairman to America, representing 2 million people with one, all on fighting extreme poverty and preventable disease. Now, how are we going to tell that message? That's going to be a challenge.
Well, it is going to be a challenge, and I think what we have to do is to get people to understand how relevant this is to them. You know, I think the word one is so fitting because, in a sense, we are really all in this together.
And I think the lessons learned, people can be very different. They can be Republican, Democrat, it can be black, white, it can be socioeconomic, rich and poor. But ultimately, with the sort of addressing issues and the sort of discussion, we all have the exact same interest, and we really can come together as one.
Oh, we do, and I think people recognize that on something like this, there really can be no difference. I mean, we must have the same appreciation for the value of life and the value of nature and the importance of building a future where this world can survive the challenges we'll face together, and that, to me, is part of the lesson of this trip.
Our very special journey continues right after this.